A life sentence is for life, isn't it?
So would life sentences. The operative word being life.
And you will spend the rest of your life in prison.
If you're lucky, you spend the rest of your life in prison.
But is that really true? In many states like Colorado and North Dakota, a life sentence only expires when the prisoner's literal life expires. So yes, this is true in some cases, but for other states like Tennessee, it's not so simple. In these cases, life sentences are determinate. Complex formulas are calculated to determine a prisoner's release date.
Sorry. What do you do?
So with a clear expiration date, prisoners, even with so-called life sentences, are released. But unfortunately for many prisoners, they aren't. According to TCA 4035-211, all sentences imposed in the state of Tennessee must be determinate. In other words, there has to be a number of days, months, or years that tells us when a sentence expires. In 1989, the Tennessee Sentencing Reform Act gives us the expiration date for life sentences, 60% of 60 years, or 36 years. These expiration dates were also less sentence reduction credits, meaning with good behavior and program completions, those 36 years could drop down even further. In 1993, an amendment clarified that these credits couldn't reduce the sentence below 25 years. In 1995, sentence credits are capped at 15%. For the next 25 years, sentences were imposed and expired accordingly. Prisoners were released less than 36 years. But in 2020, new legislation erased previous amendments and imposed a new formula. Take a look at the original language of the 1995 amendment. Now, here's the revised text. Instead of serving 60% of 60 years, prisoners with life sentences are now made to serve 100% of 60 years. What's the problem with this? Legislation changes laws and amendments all the time, right? True, but the 2020 amendment went beyond that. New legislation can't make prior sentences longer than they were originally imposed. They can only change how long new sentences must be served. Today, many prisoners are trapped behind this retroactive legislation, which is an ex post facto law prohibited by the state and U.S. Constitution. One minute they are close to release, the next minute someone comes along and hands them more time.